What's up? How's it going? It's January 27th, 2019. And today I would like to talk about feeling good and I guess an essence of finally feeling like what's the word I'm looking for? Feeling there's like a foundation, feeling settled, feeling like we're living. My wife and I had a conversation today about finally feeling like we're here, right? And I agree with her. I feel really good. At the beginning of this month, when I first started these videos, I was still cleaning. We were still cleaning this place and trying to feel settled. And within the last week and a half, I definitely started to feel like we're here, and it's a good feeling. Gives our soul, and our mind to experience other stuff. And to move forward, right? So, so I, it's, really appreciate that, that feeling, this feeling. I was listening to, actually, on a side note, I don't know why this is popping up, but I was listening to a Wayne Dyer lecture today, and he says something about Karmic Bonds, which really intrigues me. And there is this book called The 5 Guidelines of Daisaku Ikeda. And in these guidelines, the first guideline is Faith for Harmonious Family. This is a book written by Daisaku Ikeda, right? And Faith for Harmonious Family, which, by the way, has really personally changed my life, with creating harmony with my family, right? And in so many ways I can't even explain. But ultimately, Daisaku Ikeda asked this question: how can we create peace in our family, which is a mini community, a mini global community, right? And he says 3 things. The first thing is to be the best and to be the brightest person in the family, right? The second thing is to understand that there are karmic bonds within our family, friends, community, right? And the third is to always, always, ultimately respect one another, right? So 1 and 3, I totally understood. The second one about the karmic bonds, I sort of understood, and not until I started listening to Wayne Dyer, he said something about karmic bonds, and he pulled from like a 3,000-year-old philosopher. I forgot their name, but he said something about karmic bonds, and Wayne Dyer broke it down to thought patterns. And I just thought, wow, thought patterns, which is like associations, right? And that's what a karmic bond is. And realizing what a karmic bond essentially, to create peace in our family, to create peace in our community, and to create peace in the world, right? We've got to shift our way of thinking and perspective of the way we associate with each other. So, for example, if let's say 5 years ago, right? If something happened with me and, let's say, a business partner, right? Or a friend or whatever it is, and that person had created some sort of like anxiety or some negativity, right? And that built up. Let's say that built up, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and so every single time, we met, there would be this association, this karmic bond, and these thought patterns that were connected. So essentially, it's just sort of like created this compressed, this sort of like, hey, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so it created this like sort of connection, and 5 years later, after forgetting about the person, you see this person again, or you see another person, and something happens, and the same, whether it's the same person or another person, but you have these similar character traits or personality traits, and it affects you karmically, right? And these karmic bonds are essentially the things that we will never be able to run away from unless we stand up to it, unless we are aware and shift it, right? And that could be, facing the fear of, saying something, and being able to just talk and just dialogue with the person, right? Or something we can do to take responsibility for our own actions that we maybe need to change within ourselves so that our outer environment changes as well, right? So this piece about creating peace with other people is essential, especially if we want to become happy. We want to create happy environments, and I'm sure there are people out there who are completely sad or unhappy, and all they want to be is happy. How do you do that? And that's a really good question. I mean, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a therapist or anything like that, but I am a human being, and I do know what I do like and do not like. And, I've just got to be honest with myself at those times and just have the courage, as well as compassion and wisdom to be able to converse with someone that, may be crossing a line with me. So and to change those karmic bonds, to change those patterns, to change the way of thinking about the situation and the other person. So I felt that I felt that to me today was extremely mind blowing or eye opening, right? That's something I just wanted to share today. On a side note, and this is actually a longer piece than I've done for a while, but on a side note, today was a really busy day. Had some really great activities at the center at SGI, and I performed today a song that I wrote, and I haven't performed for maybe over 12 years or something. So it was a little nerve-wracking, but had so much great support, and it felt really good. And I haven't felt that good about performing live for such a long time. So I am extremely grateful that I had the opportunity to not just be encouraged to do it, but also to perform the song. And it was great. It was fantastic. And I'm looking forward to putting that EP together that I talked about a few days ago. That's pretty much it for today. I'm going to sign off right now. It's about 10:43. I got to head to bed. Got to wake up early in the morning. Tomorrow, this week is going to be a massive day. I'm actually going to be shooting a TV show this week, so I can't say which one it is yet, but eventually you will find out. So, thank you so much. Good day, good night, wherever you are. Thanks so much again for listening, watching, or having this in the background as white noise. Oh, man. Anyhow, have a great day, great night, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.